matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland, the lengthy pair of Matthews and Batum are the wings. Aldridge out there with Chris Kaman. And it's Lillard in at the point. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And remember last year, the Rockets signing Josh Smith after he was waived last season, picked him up with their biannual exception. A nice low-risk move for adding athleticism, defense, and just pure talent to their front court.
Kaman's shot is good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Harden outside. Beverly wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And Lillard kicks to Batum. Here's Aldridge. The 17-footer goes down. Aldridge has got his first bucket in this one.
How nice was that? Aldridge has such great form and extension on that shot.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Harden has a wide open look. And another 3 for Houston.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now, here's Batum. Fades away. The rebound by Harden.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Passes it to Smith. A 3-ball. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Smith. And it's 6 points for James Harden.
Nice stroke from long range. And if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take it.
And finished off by Kaman.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce 2-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Harden the pass to Beverly. Back to Harden. For 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Man, oh man, Kevin. He's really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets on top, ending the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the broadcast booth. That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness and what happens when you're no longer in the thick of it, especially, Clark, when you're as physical a player as McHale.
Yeah, you know, I certainly understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm living it in many ways, but for me, it's about the love of the game and sharing that with so many other people who love the same things I do, whether they ever played or not. There's some common ground, even outside of the competitive court.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the steady pair of Aldridge and Lopez inside. Aflalo is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
And Batum kicks to Aldridge. Fade away. And the shot falls short this time.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Howard can't hit. And you know, Clark, another important point regarding Lillard, for as aggressive as he has been going to the basket, he's extremely durable. He's been terrific in terms of health.
He's been an every gamer throughout his young
It
career.
is something,
That is
yeah.
remarkable. Unusual in today's NBA for sure.
Here's Beverly, and it's Houston with another.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. One of the stories here, James Harden's getting it done today.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Matthews in for Nicholas Batum. Lillard, they get it back. Puts up a three, and that's good. Wesley Matthews for three. Matthews has got himself on the board with three there. And here's Harden for three, and another three for Houston.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty, and he's got more points from out there.
And so we conclude the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a...
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Smith at the power forward with Howard at the center. And it's Ariza in at the three slot. That's the five to begin the second half for Kevin McHale.
For Dwight Howard, guys, there were 2 or 3 seasons in Orlando and L.A. that seemed like one big soap opera. So now, to me, it seems like he's happy and settled, though, here in Houston.
Harden, no good. Trailblazers trail by 13. And Lillard kicks to Batum. Portland, no good that time either. Houston's gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Shots good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Lillard attacking.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands. Always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping. And he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rockets leading by 14. Harden kicks to Howard. The three. Harden can't hit. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
Now Harden. That will count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets ahead. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we got Matthews. First came in out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's a Flalo in at the shooting guard position. Trailblazers trail by 14. He kicks it to McCollum. Feeds it to Kaman. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
And Matthews with the basket on the assist by Aflalo. Matthews has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Portland. Smith drives in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Last season, the Pistons with a shocking move, waving Josh Smith. They bought him out, Clark. You saw that coming when it happened.
Yeah, in essence, Kevin, they paid him $40 million to go home or go away. I'm not sure how you rationalize that as a player, but he landed in a better spot in Houston.
He did. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Kaman kicks to McCollum. Back to Kaman. Fades and shoots. That's good.
And Josh Smith, best friends since their days playing together in high school, so happy to be reunited on the Rockets. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Houston.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many of the breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Harden. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And, guys, Josh Smith long criticized for taking way too many outside shots. I mean, while he's shown some improvement for long range, I think his inability to play below the free throw line more often, I think has really hindered his development as a player.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Harden gets the bucket.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Now here's McCollum, defended by Beverly, and it's Kaman missing.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here.